Welcome to Glogster, the online multimedia poster. You should have used the handout to create an account for yourself in glogster.com, but if you haven't, you navigate to glogster.com in your favorite browser. I usually suggest that folks use Google, that's Google Chrome, and then coming to glogster.com, the homepage, put in a name you want to associate with your account and your HCC email address and click Create Account. In subsequent visits to glogster.com, you're going to come up here and click Login and enter your credentials, your username and your password. And then click the Login button. You're probably going to get a message about trying to connect your account to Facebook. Because you're using this as a tool for your instruction at HCC, we suggest that you don't actually make a Facebook connection to this account. You can close this window by clicking here. You can also click Don't Show on Startup so it doesn't show up again. Then you might be prompted to put in some additional account settings. Again, those aren't necessary, so we're just going to click the X here. We want to create a new glog. This set of templates should show up as soon as you come to this page, but if not, you can click the Create New Glog button and you'll get this template. There's all different kinds of appearances for a Glogster poster, but we're going to start with just a plain poster glog without all of these other placeholders. So you're going to click Poster Glog, and it's going to take a moment to load, and then you'll see that you do have a couple sample items on your poster. Those items can be deleted, and I'll show you how to do that. First, you point to an item and it has a box around it so you know that it's something you can interact with. You click it once and it has handles. The handles in the corner that look like arrows are for changing the size, and you click and drag to do that. The handles that are the curved arrows, that's for rotating the object. And if you just point to the object and drag it, you can put it wherever you like. When you do select an object, besides these handles, you get some other tools that are available to you. One of the tools is a trash can to delete the object, so I'm going to click that. The same thing is true for this arrow. I'll click on it, I can move it, I can rotate it, I can also delete it. You notice the arrow was pointing to a toolbar up here, which are all the different things that you can use to embed into your poster. I'm going to go ahead and start with text. So I'm going to click the text tool or the text menu, and there's many different types of text iterations that you have in your poster. You can have cartoon style or cute, or probably for a professional educational sample you might just start with papers. I'm going to go ahead and click an item, see what I think of it. If I don't like that kind, I might go to a different style. Let's try this, and I'm going to choose this one. Once I've selected it, I click Use It, and it adds it to my poster. Notice this palette doesn't go away because I can add another one, and keep adding by clicking the Use It button until I'm done adding for this round. I'm going to click the X to close this palette. Notice it goes away completely and the menus have disappeared, but that's okay. I'll show you how we can get those back. Now I'm going to click on the objects that I created and move them to a location that I desire in my poster. And if I triple click, I can actually select the text that already exists as a placeholder, highlight it, and change it. Further, I can select the text and change the size. I can change the font. I can change the color. And when I'm done, I can just close this palette. And to get rid of all those handles, I just click someplace else. I'd also like to add a video. Let me show you what your options are for adding video. The Tools button brings back that menu choice of I can do video, I can do images. The thing about video is that there are YouTube videos that are automatically linked and available to you through Glogster, but typically you're going to want to use the video of your own choice that you might have already located in some place like YouTube. So I'm going to close this palette and instead navigate to YouTube. I already have that open for you just for this video, and I'm doing a search on marketing, and in my search I found that there is a video called the Top 10 Marketing Failures that might be really helpful for my poster. So I'm going to click on it, and what I need is the URL. So while the video is loading, I'm just going to wait for it to load and then stop it, because all I really need is this URL up here. So I'm just going to pause the video, click in the URL, and copy it. I right-clicked and did copy, but whatever procedure you like to use is fine. I'm going to go back to my poster, my Glogster poster, and there's a little chain for a link button up here. I'm going to click that link. And it wants to know what link I wanted for the media that I like, in this case a YouTube video. The way that I have to actually paste this into this window is to click, and I can just type, do Control V. Control V is the paste command. Unfortunately, right-clicking doesn't work in this particular window. The other option you have is you could have typed this entire string, but that takes a little bit of time. I'm going to click Add to my files. It's going to add it to a library of resources that I have for videos. To actually get to the video now, I go back to Tools, I go back to Video, and I go to My Videos, and there it is. Every time that I do that procedure for YouTube, it'll add more videos to my library. Notice they don't show up on my poster yet. I'm going to actually use this video by clicking on it, just like I did for the text palette, and say use it. And then I can close this again. So now here is my video. I'm going to click the save button because I don't want to lose the work I've done. I have to give it a name. I'm going to call this Marketing by Beth, and finish the saving process. And remember, this is not saving on your local computer, it's saving up in the Glogster website. We'll talk about privacy in just a minute. And it might take a little bit of time to save, because in this case I've embedded that video that I just got from YouTube. If I want to give it tags, I can give it tags. And if I want to make it private so that only I can see it, I can choose private and then finish saving. I'm going to keep it private right now because it's not done. I don't want anybody else to look at it. If I want to let other people see it, I would give them this particular URL, like sending it to my professor, and then they can also view this glog. Okay? I'm going to go back to the view this glog to see what it looks like to other people if they were to have access to it. I have my text item, I have my video, and if I click the play button, it plays the video right away. I can also pause it. If I want to edit this glog because it is mine, I can now go back up to the Edit This Glog command, click it, and go back to adding images, audio, video, all kinds of things to the glog. That's all we're going to do for right now. I'll provide you some other information through the handout that you have.